Our world's oceans are full of life. An entire world exists beneath the surface of the sea that is full of wonder and diversity beyond our wildest imaginations. Though we have yet to discover more than 80% of the sea, down to its darkest depths and seemingly endless ecological diversity, humanity has left a footprint large enough to touch every corner of the ocean. Whether you live near the coast or far beyond our coasts with no ocean in sight, your plastic waste eventually makes its way to the ocean. Sea turtles often mistake plastic bags for jellyfish, a substance its body will never be able to break down. Other plastics can cause hazards of their own, in more ways than you can imagine. Think about this. 13 million tons of plastic makes its way into the ocean every year. That's over 35,000 tons a day, almost 1,500 tons per hour. That's the same as dumping 1,500 garbage trucks worth of plastic into the ocean, 24 times a day, 7 days a week, indefinitely. 80% of that plastic comes from land, and most of it is single-use plastic items. In terms of the size of this problem, think about the size of the largest creature on our planet. A blue whale weighing in at 150 tons. Imagine the amount of plastic it takes to add up to a weight of this magnitude. How does all of this plastic find its way into the home of this magnificent animal? If you take a look at the US, for example, you can trace almost all of our waterways from their origins all the way to the open ocean. Sadly, all of the plastic pollution we see in the water can be traced back to our homes, starting from our purchases at the store, ending in our garbage cans, and then far from our sight where we forget to think about where it may end up. Discarded plastic often makes its way from landfills, blown debris from trash cans or garbage trucks, or discarded litter. Most single-use plastic items are light and easily picked up by wind and rain, making its way into sewers and storm drains that connect to our reversing streams, and almost all of these eventually connect to the ocean. By the time we have discarded our last plastic bottle, opening a new one in our kitchen or our car, the bottles and plastic bags we carried them home in find their way into our garbage, where they begin their journey to a comfortable 20 to 450 year residence in the home of a sea turtle or a whale. 100,000 marine animals are killed by plastic bags alone every year. If the plastic waste does not end up in the belly of a marine animal at first, it may settle along the ocean floor, where it will begin its process of slowly breaking down. As the plastic breaks down, it becomes what we call microplastics. The synthetic materials used to make these highly durable, widely usable products are released over time as harmful chemicals and tiny plastic particles that become part of the ocean, part of the water that connects us all, and a part of the fish that we eat. Even a tiny turtle can ingest enough small pieces to equate to its own body size and ultimately cause permanent harm. If we don't take care of the ocean, and the marine animals keeping the balance of the ocean intact, we risk losing the largest source of oxygen on our planet. 70% of our planet is made of ocean water. That water, and all of the millions of tiny organisms living in it, absorbs carbon dioxide from our air while releasing oxygen back into it. Carbon dioxide is a compound that can become toxic to our bodies if we have too much of it. It comes from our cars, burning of fossil fuels that power the world around us, and we exhale a little bit of carbon dioxide with each breath, just to keep our own balance in check, just like the ocean. The rate at which we are destroying the ocean's habitats is unsustainable. Plastic is a human problem. One average household in the U.S. uses about 1,500 plastic grocery bags per year on its own. Only 1% of those grocery bags are returned for recycling, while the rest find their way into landfills or end up as litter. It is predicted that at our current rate of production and consumption, there will be more plastic in the ocean than there are fish by the year 2050. However, there is still hope. While scientists and activists fight for global change, every human being on this planet can make a difference from our own home. So what can you do at home? You can replace those plastic bags with reusable grocery bags. Keep them in the trunk of your car for those impromptu trips to the store. Instead of plastic water bottles, carry a reusable water bottle with you wherever you go. Maybe try getting a filter for your tap or a filtered jug to keep in your fridge for multiple use. Recycle. Try implementing a recycling can in your home. Find out how your local recycling center functions and start researching what you can recycle. You will be surprised how much of your household trash is actually recyclable. And multi-use, washable sandwich bags and containers are great for lunches and leftovers. Let go of those one-time use sandwich baggies. Be mindful of the products that you purchase in your store. Small changes can make a big difference. For example, look for products with the little recyclable logo on the container and remember to put it in your recycling container at home after you use it. And please do not litter. Try keeping a bag in your car for miscellaneous trash and wait until you find a trash or recycling receptacle or make it home to discard the waste. And you can even make a difference in your community. Talk to your family and friends about the changes that you are making and how they can help too. If you see litter, pick it up and discard it properly. If you feel comfortable doing so, of course. And if you know of any friends or family members who still may be in the habit of throwing trash on the ground or out of their car windows, show them this video. Knowledge is power, and educating those around us is key to making a difference. And when you do visit the beach, please keep up with your waste and discard it properly. Don't forget your shovels, pails, and umbrellas, even if they're broken, which we all know can happen easily on a long beach day. Take everything you brought back with you, including your cans and food items. This brings us to the final point in our video, and the best is yet to come. That's right, guys. Our newest hashtag challenge has arrived. This is a positive, uplifting challenge that everyone in your community can get behind and feel good about. So how does it work? Keeping in mind some of the suggestions we provided, think of a way that you can reduce the plastic waste in your own life. You can even just pick one small change, or come up with your own. Share a photo, video, or pledge on your social media, including the hashtag 2021 Plastic Challenge, and tell us what you chose to do. Feel free to share the video in your posts so that friends and families can see why you are making the change to help keep our oceans clean. If you still aren't quite sure if this challenge is for you, maybe Sweet Pea can convince you. Missing a front flipper and a large portion of the back of her shell, this vibrant girl still manages to swim about her tank and cheese for the camera for anyone who visits. Sweet Pea also had a lot of damage on the inside, from fishing gear and hooks, so she lives in the conservation center where she is fed a special diet, and her story is shared with visitors from all over as they enter the center and are greeted by her curious looks and playful demeanor. Educating those around us is vital to keeping our oceans healthy and clean for marine animals just like Sweet Pea. And change starts with you. Keep sharing and thinking of ways that you can make a difference. I can't wait to see what your plastic challenge will be.